Okay, hello everybody. This is Chai Guy, back at it again with another video, another podcast episode. Yesterday we did the worst cod guy and Eddie Lawson, and today we are doing firmly Clipz, who is a player or team member on Demon Killers. So without further ado, firmly Clipz, you there?
Yep,
Okay, how's it going, man?
it's going good.
Hit Marky, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow, man. Um, just uh, if you want to, just take me back to even before the first rounds, like how you went about picking your teammates.
Uh, so a couple of them was like already my friends, and Starberry, I met him through Storm, and then we just all decided like we wanted to play in a tournament together.
Oh, okay. So, what was it really hard to find those players, or were they just already friends you knew at the time?
Already friends I knew.
Okay. Um, so um, going into this tournament, um, even before playing, like, were having any nervous thoughts, like anything running through your mind before you were starting all this? Like, what was going
Uh,
through your mind?
some of the maps I never played. Like I think the Descent I never really played, so I was feeling nervous about that map.
Okay. Um, so, when you guys were playing, um, as you guys were progressing through the waves, did uh did you think you were gonna have any troubles, or did you guys think that you were gonna breeze past this, or were there some obstacles that were tricky for you guys? Because I know obviously that you had a couple deaths here and there, so
Yeah, biolapse. I thought we was gonna breeze through that. The Descent. I thought we was gonna do kinda good. I didn't really have no problems with that one. And the only other maps was Power Core was like our hardest map, but we ended up, not down on there. And then Nightmare was another tricky one for us.
okay. So um, because if you would have asked me, I thought you guys were gonna I think you guys did make it through all the bosses at the time.
Mhm.
Um, but I think I think that Patriarch one kind of slowed your momentum down on biolapse, like you said there, because there were, I think that was that your first death, or was there a
Y-
death before that?
That was our first death.
Yeah. So I think, yeah, the Patriarch boss kind of like messed with you guys' head a little bit. That's, I think, mostly the reason why you guys were like kind of downward spiraling uh, through the maps. But
Yeah, it did start there.
uh, could you talk to us about like when the whole altercation came through, whenever one of your teammates left, uh, and somebody had to step up, and that person was Starberry. Could you elaborate more on that, or what was the whole issue with that?
I think it was a lot of like just immature comments. that pretty much, made Storm not want to play no more with the group.
And okay. So, he, so do you think that Stormy was kind of being like, I wouldn't say, for lack of a better term, bullied at this point, or just like, kind of being like singled out or whatever?
Nah. I'm. I mean, I kind of don't blame her, cause she, I guess, wasn't really in the mood probably to play, but they just made it, pushed it over the edge when it's supposed to be like a fun tournament, or that's like pretty much the main reason why we plan is to have fun, and it wasn't fun no more when everybody just stopped talking.
Okay, so let's say if Boom Nation, the team that you're going up against, let's say they do kind of plummet and you guys make your way into the semis. Uh, will we be seeing Stormy again, or is that going to be like a group decision, or what's the future going to be like for that?
I don't even know. I haven't heard from her, but I'm gonna try to talk to her and see.
Okay, so my other question is, right when Starberry filled in the gap for you guys, which you needed another player to continue on, do you think his performance was as good as you thought it was going to be, or did you expect more from him? Because I know when you sent me that screenshot, Starberry initially was supposed to be a starter player from my knowledge, at least.
I thought his
So
performance was gonna be a little bit more better.
so he didn't perform as good as you thought.
Well, as far as like time management and stuff like that, nah. Cause he told us like he was gonna play Saturday, but he never ended up like joining until we actually like needed him.
Yeah. Uh, yeah. So with that being said, I think would you guys have would want to like I think it seems to me that some of the players like do have some type of issues, and I think you guys just need to come together, talk it out, like all as a team, and try to like bring yourselves together because your performance, like, it could have been worse. It could very have well been worse, but you're still top five in scoring. You got 295. It's still really good. I mean, I think anything above 255 is good. Uh, so I think I, I firmly believe that if something like if Boom Nation doesn't perform as well as they do, and you guys do end up advancing, I think more of the important things, what needs to be done is to just come as a group and just really talk things out with your teammates just to see if everybody's like up to par with everything. Because I know if I were to put myself in that position, I would kind of feel like I had to like say something in order to just throw my 2 cents out there, or just like uh, I would feel like I had something would need to be said, you know.
Yeah, we definitely need to work on communication. And me personally, I never was like good at communication uh before the tournament, like as far as the whole team thing, because I mostly just like play solo and all that. But I'm trying more to, get better at communication, and I think that's what we all need to work on.
Okay. So, um, going back to Starberry and his absence. Um, before did you ever think he was going to respond to you guys when he was playing a different game or doing his own thing?
No, because he had left the group.
Oh, he left the group chat.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys started a whole group chat. Okay. Um, yeah, I kind of did um, want to throw my 2 cents in there as well. I did message him and I did say, hey, I think your team needs you. And I think just the, just, you know, that like massive attention that was brought onto him kind of made him want to help you guys. Uh,
Yeah.
but um, eventually it worked out. Um, so, uh, have you seen Boom Nation play before? I think it's iSpeedy's team. Because that's the team you're going up against. From what I know, that they're a fairly new team coming into this, and I do not know what they have to bring to the table. Uh, what are your thoughts on your opposing team?
I haven't seen the entire team play. I saw two people from their team, Ice Speedy and I think Matt Kitty Assassin, and they did pretty good whenever we played a couple matches together.
Oh, so you have played with them before?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, so is there any bad blood between you guys, or is just all friendly competition?
I mean, I don't even really know them, but we don't got no bad blood.
Okay.
It's all friendly. I'm just, here to have fun.
Yeah, yeah. That's the whole reason why I make these tournaments to begin with is for everybody to have fun and play. Um, so, um, whoever does win against you guys obviously is going up against Team Wolf, and from the information that I recently gathered, Wolf Phonics is sick. He isn't feeling well, and I believe that one of his bench players, if he isn't feeling good to the point where he cannot play in the semis, I think they're going to have to get their bench player to start for him. Um, did you want to see him play? Like, because either way, like that, your team or Boom Nation is going up against Team Wolf. Um, what are your thoughts on Team Wolf or like? Because I know they have Poyo Poyo. I know they have him. I know they have a few other players. I have to go back in the messages to see this screenshot. Okay. Yes, he does have Fear and Loathing, Poyo Poyo, Blaze Killer, Clutch Creed, and Hamidio or Hamidio. I can't pronounce her name. His or her name.
I don't think I know any of them, but I definitely hope he get better.
Yeah. Uh, I think pretty much anyone would hate to see someone like get sick or God forbid something happened to them right before they started playing, uh, especially in the semis. Uh, but yeah, um, definitely hope that team does uh, their whole team gets healthy enough to play. Uh, so that, I know I'm talking about all the other teams right now. I just want to end it off like what do you think of the other teams so far with Team Cannabis, Pandemic Survivors, Death Squad? What are you thinking about all the other teams so far?
I think they did really good, and it's definitely a lot of good players on all their teams that like I played with before. So I think it might be a hard competition.
Okay, yeah. Um, I think the other question that I wanted to ask was that either way, it's either going to be Team Cannabis or Death Squad on the other side of the pool going into the semis. I know that I think most people know that Team Cannabis, as of now, are the leading scorers. Um, and so that does put Death Squad, which is Voodoo's team, in a position to get a 300 game performance, which is basically no deaths throughout the four waves, throughout the four games rather of this series coming up. Um, do you think they're going to get that 300? Because I know not a single team yet has, not a single team ever in this tournament has yet to do that. So I just wanted to hear your thoughts on that.
I don't know. I think they might be able to. I haven't really played with a lot of people from their team, but I did play with Voodoo, and he or she is a really good player.
Yeah, Root is a guy. Yeah, I believe they have Jade Envy, who is a girl. Punk Funk, another girl. Both very good players. Moon Dina, who was here last year. Uh, I get the other player, but from what I know, they do have a pretty stacked team, and I think they are going to bring Team Cannibalists a challenge. From what I can see from the practices and all that, because um, I have like been in pub matches with these teams that have been practicing, and yeah, from what I can see, are doing really good. Uh, but okay, so my other question is going back to your team. The semi-final mat games are going to be Biotics Lab, Netherhold, Lockdown, and Volter Manor. Um, how do you think you guys are going to perform on those maps if you guys do make it to the semis?
I think we're gonna do really good, except for Netherholt. I never really played on that map.
So you might want to have to practice on that map a little more just to get yourself familiar with it.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I know lockdown can be really tricky for a lot of the teams. We have had that map last year, and it did give some teams trouble. I think you guys, if you have the communication, if you guys have the map control, you guys might be able to pull it off. I don't know, because against Team Wolf, I know they do have a player who's kind of not feeling too well right now. Either way, they are looking pretty strong. I think it's going to be a really good matchup. Whoever wins. So, okay. If you guys do make it into the semis, do you think you're going to have like a fighting chance against Team Wolf?
Yeah, if we get our communication together.
Okay. So this is another hypothetical. We're not like talking about any of the teams right now, but I've asked Worst COD Guy this and Eddie Lawson this. I don't know if you were watching, but not including yourself. Do you think like to pick any 6 players for this tournament? Do you think that there will be a one team that can perform like so well that they could get 299 or 300 every single time?
Uh,
Like you basically picking a dream team, like you picking your 6 players, not
I
including
can
yourself.
I can use like members from the other teams.
Yeah, you can use anyone you want. I'm just asking like if you were to like if you've ever played a Madden Ultimate Team or something like that, or my team on NBA 2K. Like if you were picking your players, your 6-man squad dream team, like who would you pick?
Uh, Maybe Voodoo, Moondina, Beast and 4K Mary, Sanitar.
Okay,
Maximum Max, who's already on my team, and Storm.
and those would be your guys that you think would perform like near perfect.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I've just asked a lot of other people this question because like I always like seeing people play, and I'm like it's kind of like a thing where I wish I could play, and so I ask people this. It's just like, what if I had a team that was like going into this? Uh, yeah, I'd probably um, if I had to recycle players from the tournament right now, I'd probably choose Kratos, Poyo Poyo, Worst COD Guy, uh, probably Goro. Uh, hey Manchester, how's it going, buddy? What is that for? Okay.
Mhm.
Uh, I'd probably choose Wolf. Oh man. And
Bless you.
probably another person from Team Cannabis, either uh, Suadam or Loser Ninja. But yeah, I think those would be my six. Uh, but uh, yeah, I know you guys like are new coming into this tournament as well. I have nothing against fairly new teams. I think, in fact, it does bring a lot more excitement into this. Uh, so, from what I know, you guys have been playing fairly good for the most part. I think you guys uh, can. I think you guys did accumulate enough points to give Boom Nation kind of a challenging spot to kind of push their own, to kind of make it more challenging, not only for them, but but you're making other teams kind of look at you, and I think you guys are getting more noticed by other teams uh, based on your performance. And I think if you guys do, how should I say this? If you guys like do come up with a better strategy or game plan or whatever to maybe uh, get in a more comfortable position to uh, have better map control and even better crowd control from Zeds. I think you guys do have the potential to kind of force your way into the semis and hopefully uh, make it a challenging match for Team Wolf. And who knows, you guys might see a trip to the grand finals, maybe, if you guys do end up communicating as well as you probably should. Uh, Again, I'm just using all of the information and knowledge that I've gathered based on your guys' performance coming into this. And I think, yeah, I think it all just starts with communication, like you said. And whether that can get better or not, I think that's the initial thing that you guys need to work on first. And then hopefully we can see a better team than before.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to work on that with them and see how we can do to get better.
Okay, so as you know, like maybe you don't know, but uh, for whoever are the grand champions in this tournament, I will be giving out trophies to the team, to the players. And I was even thinking about giving, making an MVP trophy to the player that would accumulate the most medals for the winning team. So whoever like got the most Zed kills, boss medal, most damage, most large sets, I would give the MVP trophy to that player. What are your thoughts on that? Because before I was just giving out money, and I think it would be better if the players just got trophies instead. And I wanted to hear like your kind of thoughts on that.
The trophy sound better, I guess, than money.
Yeah. Uh, I mean, I thought so too. I wasn't really all that happy about giving away $1,200 to a team that just won the tournament, even though I did have fun making it. Because, mind you, last year that I was doing all of this by myself, like just the refereeing, uh, the hosting, the brackets. Uh, I even like can pick some of the teams because not a lot of it did bring a lot of uh, attraction because a lot of people were interested. It's just that there were like solo players saying, "Sign me up, sign me up." There wasn't like a full team that said, "Okay, we're ready." I think there was only one team, and that was Team F, that eventually won the first tournament. So, uh, yeah, uh, I did not want to do that again. That's why I let you guys pick your own time and own players for the team. Because I thought that if I were to hand pick a team, they would eventually like do bad, or so. So I didn't want that.
Yeah.
Um, During the first tournament, uh, I thought these were all like decent, fairly decent Hell on Earth players that I was handpicking. But when I saw them in practice, they were like level 12 gunslinger, level 13 sharpshooter, and I was just like, dude, I made the poster and everything. I thought you guys knew what you were getting into, and
Right.
I don't know.
Got it.
Felt like I don't know if it was just miscommunication there, but I think a lot of the players that I handpicked were not prepared for this, even though I think it was just the excitement that I brought to it, and it excited of a lot of players, but I don't think they were ready.
Yeah. Especially like can be I say below some perks probably you should at least be level 20.
Yeah, just even kind of like even compete in this tournament. Um, but yeah. Um, so uh, so not talking about like the semis or teams still in it. I kind of want to talk about like teams that have performed already that are not in it anymore, which is Goro's team with Sanitar, Great Will, Ivy Twin, who on from what I've heard on Wave 9, uh, they got all of them died on Wave 9. I think it was on Descent. Uh, I don't think I've ever had a team ever coming into this get blown out before. So, do you think you guys are ever gonna get blown out? I mean, it's saying like all of you guys die on one map.
No.
Okay, good. That's kind of relief to hear you say that, because I kind of want to see you guys before like that. The peak of your prime is what I want to see. And I think you guys are gonna give us that. Uh, but what are your thoughts there on like Team Goro's performance? Or I don't know. Did you see them play?
No, I didn't. But it actually, they team took me by surprise because I thought that they was gonna be one of the teams that make it.
That's honestly what I thought too, but uh, I had no idea what happened because I I wish I was spectating this round one match at the time, but I there were, mind you, three teams were competing at the same time, and I needed some help. Uh, so I asked Goon Grim Reaper, one of friends of mine, and former player in the first tournament, to watch, and he said he would. Uh, said from what I've heard from him, the only thing that caught me off guard was when Gore's team got wiped out on Wave 9. I think it was on Descent. They had a couple deaths here and there. But, you know, I think that that incident right there was enough to let Wolf's team know that that I think uh, it was going to be more easier for them, and I think uh, it relieved a lot of stress on their end because I think coming in from their some of their guys' mindset that they were going to be going up against uh, much harder performance, which wasn't the case there. And I think that their confidence kind of led them beating Goro's team and eventually landing them a spot in the semis. Uh, so I I hate to say it, but I kind of think that, again, I think that's what Boom Nation is seeing out of you guys, and I think that's giving them a little bit more confidence. And who knows if it's gonna happen or not, but like I think that Speedy's team, along with Mad Kitten and all of the others, uh, might have an edge over you guys. And I mean, who knows? You guys are both new teams. Uh, it could be anyone's game at this point. Um, but yeah, if I were to make, I have made predictions a couple streams ago, but if I were to edit my opinion, it would kind of be a reflection on Team Goro and Team Wolf. Uh, I think them seeing the performance that you guys had would kind of give them that confidence to kind of perform a little bit better, but who knows? I don't know if that's what your thoughts were or what you were thinking, but
Yeah, we did mess up with communication, so as long as they just had good communication, they probably could beat us.
uh, we're already like 40 minutes in, and aside from the teams, have any players stuck out to you uh, when like coming into this? Like, do you think there are any like MVP caliber players that you saw or that you like noticed?
Farsi, um, Sanitar, Sodom, and Wilt.
Great Will.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, yeah, I think those are all pretty pretty decent players, if I had to say so myself. Uh, I think, because I don't know if you saw the tournament last year, but there are a few elite teams that have like some of the same players on their team, but they have recycled other players from other teams last year. Like I know Procore had a pretty decent team that some of his players are now on Voodoo's team, and he kind of did a rebuild there. And I know some players on Team Can of Bliss, they had their rebuild. Uh, I know Kratos was on Team A, who is now on Team Can of Bliss. So I think the teams that have their rebuilds are going to be uh, a lot more of a force to be reckoned with because they have experienced defeat before in the first tournament, and I think they're just more hungry for the win. And I can see that based on their practices and some of their first round matches. But yeah, uh, so again, did you guys talk to me again? Did you have any bench players coming into this or no? Was it just a full roster?
Yeah, we had two bench players.
Oh, okay. Who were they again? Because I wasn't sure.
Reggie, who was the support when we played, and Nash, who
Oh,
was the
okay.
medic.
And if they both end up playing, or was Nash out?
Yeah, they both ended up playing.
Okay.
Nash was our medic.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you were with me. Okay, okay. Sorry, I have such a bad memory. Uh, um, so, uh, from from seeing you play, I'm gonna talk about you for a sec. Um, you were predominantly, from well, I think you were predominantly a good berserker and a good well, you were SWAT?
No, I was playing Commando.
Commando. I know you were one of the gun perks, I just could not remember. Predominantly good commando. Um, uh, did you feel more comfortable being a commando rather than a Zerg? Or is that the other way around?
Yeah, I felt more confident in being a Commando. Berserker not really my perk.
Okay. So with that being said, if you guys do make it into the semis, from what you're telling me, you are most likely going to end up being a commando for the semis.
Yeah,
Okay.
but if we already like, if somebody want to play Commando, I'm pretty much just filling in any role of the team that they want me to play. Since I got all my perks leveled up.
Okay. So are you maxed out in everything? Like, are you
Yes.
gold in everything?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Uh, yeah, because that's kind of how I play too, because I'm maxed out in every perk as well, and I used to be mostly a Firebug main, but I kind of just like I kind of just played whatever my team kind of needs, which is basically what I'm hearing from you. Uh, so, um, was that the original perk that you wanted to go with, or did you want did you see yourself being another perk? Well,
My
what's your
original
favorite
perk,
perk?
my favorite, as
Yep.
of right now, I would say SWAT.
Was that what you wanted to be coming into this?
I wanted to play demo.
You wanted to play demo, and
Yep.
did you just think that there was a better demo on your team, or did you think, well, we already have a demo, so I'm just gonna be something else?
Well, I taught the Max, and he like I kind of taught him a little bit on how to play demo, so I felt confident that he had it. So I just let him play demo.
Okay, so talking about Nash a little bit, did she have enough of a resume to convince you that she could be like a predominantly good medic on your team?
Yeah, that's also her favorite perk.
Okay. Um, were there any
Yeah. Sorry, which
I was just gonna ask about some of the other players because I know uh, Ryback, I think his name is whoever was the support. Um,
Reggie?
Reggie. Okay, Reggie. Um, do you see him being as a support throughout this whole thing if he dies through advance, or because like for some of these maps, I don't think you guys really need a support as much, but uh,
That's his most strong perk, like that he felt confident with. So he wanted to play support throughout the whole thing.
okay. Um, so, uh, do you guys think that you're going to be uh, sticking with the perks that you had last time, or are we going to see kind of a switch up?
I'm not sure yet. It might be a little switch up, but not so much. Probably one or two perks.
Okay. Uh, do you feel do you feel confident enough that that the score you had that the score you guys came up with would kind of give Boom Nation kind of a little bit of a challenge or a little bit of a fight?
Uh, I'm not sure because I don't know how their whole team could perform, but I would say I think it might be a little bit of a challenge.
Okay. Because I know you guys like had a little bit of a some screw ups here and there, just talking about gameplay. Uh, but um, yeah, I think you guys do have a pretty good team. Uh, as far as I can tell, uh, I think so. Who is the berserker other than you? Who was the
Storm.
and that's the player who left.
Yep.
Okay. Do you think she well, based on her resume and some of the pub matches that you played together with, is she a predominantly good Zerker? Or what do you think?
Yeah,
Like,
one of the best berserkers I've seen.
okay. And you said before that you guys do have to talk, and you said most likely that we will be seeing her if you guys do advance. Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, we have hit that 15-minute mark, but it was just mostly me rambling and just like discussing with you about uh, some of your guys' tactics and holdout spots and some of the game strategies that you guys are going to be having to deal with uh, in the future. So what I do from this point is say to my guests if there's any closing statements or anything that they want to say about any players or any of their teammates or just about this tournament in general, about their final thoughts on things. Um, do you have anything to say about any of those aspects or?
I got a question. How
Yeah,
did you choose the maps?
I went about choosing the maps based on the tournament last year. So what we had last year was Power Core, Biolapse, Descent, and Nightmare, which is the four that I chose or I wanted to linger with kind of this year because I felt like a change would probably be more confusing to the players. So I kind of wanted to just keep the foundation of the tournament simple and just keep the maps that I had last year. Same with the semis. The only difference in the semis was I took Elysium out and replaced it with Netherhold because a few players did reach out to me saying that Elysium was buggy and it did have some problems. I tried to argue that the devs kind of patched that whole thing up, but they said there were still problems, which I took their word on, which made me change that map to Netherhold.
Yeah, I don't really got nothing else to say, but I like the maps you chose.
Yeah, I think a lot of the players do. I think it does really give them a challenge. I think they are more of the harder maps that you guys do have to deal with out of all of the maps that could have been chosen. But uh, thank you for coming on, everybody. This was firmly Clipz, a decent role player and a decent team player on Demon Killers. We hope to see Boom Nation compete against them on Wednesday, 10 p.m. Pacific time. Be sure to stay tuned for that. And we are going to be seeing the last team Death Squad play on the 20th. Stay tuned for that. And Firmly Clipz is one of the more kind of more communicative, stronger players I've seen coming out of a newer team. So we hope to see you guys hopefully play in the semis. But I believe it's any team's game here. But thank you for coming on. Thank you for talking with me. Showing your thoughts on things. And hope to see you guys. Hope to see you guys in the next stream whenever we're streaming Boom Nation or Death Squad.
Yeah. You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem, man. This was Firmly Clipz with Demon Killers. Guys, again, stay safe. Hope you guys are having a good day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.